Looks like a worried enemy. Listen to what and how they ask the leader of these terrorists when he goes out to the people, to journalists. Russia is already in the atmosphere of its defeat, already in the atmosphere of hopelessness for itself. Yes, they still have people they throw into attacks. They have weapons, missiles and shaheeds, which they use against Ukraine. They still have the opportunity to terrorize our cities and all Europeans, blackmail the world, but they have no chance and they won't because Ukraine is moving forward. Reconstruction work continues in the regions after the recent series of Russian terrorist attacks. The technical possibility of electricity supply has been restored in most regions. Although in some cities and districts, energy companies are still forced to use stabilization shutdown schedules. 15 objects that the Russian terrorists wanted to destroy have already been completely restored. Let's restore all of the others.
The idea is that the shelling stops, isn't it? This is why I'm saying very clearly that a protection zone is needed urgently. There has to be a recognition that this nuclear power plant cannot be a military target of any sort, in any way, intended or unintended. It is, of course, counterintuitive to talk about protecting something which is being shelled and take weeks and months to get to protect it. So I'm trying to go as fast as I can. I have been discussing with the Russian authorities this issue and reiterating that this is not acceptable. As you know, I had a direct intervention in a previous case and in this case as well. I said to him, I said to the Russian government that the IAEA cannot recognize annexation. This is a matter that goes beyond nuclear issues. It's a matter that has to do with the United Nations Charter and international law. Yes, very clearly. I told him directly. I had a very good conversation with him in the sense that I have a clear idea. I am talking with my Ukrainian counterparts now, so hopefully we're going to be closer to the establishment of the protection zone. I thank you all very much. Thank you.
Слава Україні! Героям слава! Я прошу вас всіх зараз.
I am asking all of you now to honor with a moment of silence the memory of all our heroes who sacrificed the most precious thing, their lives, for Ukraine's freedom.
За свободу України. Ми звільнили від російських окупантів.
We liberated the north of our country from the Russian invaders. We are liberating Kharkiv Oblast. We are liberating the entire east, and we will definitely liberate it. We will return the Ukrainian flag to all our cities and communities in the south of the country.
Ми повернемо наш Крим.
We will return our Crimea. We will restore the territorial integrity of our state. We just have to do it. We have to return all Ukrainians who unfortunately are still held captive in Russia or forcibly deported from our land.
В Росії або були силою депортовані з нашої землі.
Когда скажешь, как будет скажешь. А в деревне кладбище целое. Да.
Господи, помилуй, Господи, помилуй, Господи, помилуй, що Господь Бог душ осилав. Слава Отцю і Сину і Святому Духові, ти єси Бог, що зійшов до пекла, розбив кайдани закованих. Заре! Же! Во! Ну да.
Good afternoon, everybody. Happy our embassy in Kyiv. We're especially moved by the AP story yesterday on Russia's ongoing and deliberate efforts to kidnap children from Ukraine and transfer them to the Russian Federation for adoption. Russia's human filtration operations is something that we remain extremely disturbed by and focused on. As the Secretary said in July, reports indicate Russian authorities are deliberately separating Ukrainian children from their parents and abducting others from orphanages before putting them up for adoption inside Russia. Estimates from a variety of sources, including the Russian government, indicate that Russian authorities have uprooted 260,000 children from their homes to Russia, often to isolated regions in the Far East. We here at the department thank you all.
And that is just, does the US have any, does the State Department have any equities in the Starlink system that's being used in Ukraine?
So I'm aware of those reports, the press reports specifically on Starlink, and I would refer you to my Pentagon colleagues to speak to specifics. But in general, the U.S. has provided significant assistance to Ukraine to maintain its internet infrastructure and connectivity, as well as cybersecurity in the face of kinetic and cyber attacks from the Kremlin. This assistance includes thousands of satellite phones, data terminals, and funding for hands-on technical support to essential service providers in Ukraine.
Yeah. I mean, are there State Department equities here? Is the State Department paying for any of this?
Not that I am aware of.
Have you been asked to?
We have not had any communications with Starlink as it relates to this.
Okay, well, have you had any conversations with the Pentagon as it relates to paying for the provision of internet access?
Not that I'm aware. I don't have any update to offer on that.
I'll let other people come back to that.
Those who celebrate.